Check, check, check. Right. I had one win because we closed that gold out yesterday, okay? So we're now at 87.1% win rate. The profit is not that high because there was a little bit of a pullback. So this should be current equity actually. Current equity. Anyways, let's close that and make some more money. This morning we added a new trade for the Dow. Let's pull up the news. So you can see the news this morning was generally pretty good. You've got the non-farm, right, which is it could change on Friday. It's the pre-estimates, right, where the actual non-farm is going to be on Friday, right, and then you've got the ISM, right. I don't really track ISM too much, but if we pull up the Edge Finder, we can just get an overall reading of what these things are. Okay. ISM is not even on here. It doesn't really matter that much. But what's important is that ADP employment change, which came in at 3 and ended up being bullish for the market.
Blur.
Voice getting blur? What does that mean? What does that even mean? The mic is making cracking noises. Oh, that's not good. Check. Let's see if hopefully the cable's not breaking down. I've had this. I had that happen before, and I had to get a new cable. So the cables might break over time. It's okay now. Yeah, maybe it was just popped out of the socket a bit. Okay, cool. So You're a premium member of Maven. I don't know what that means. Premium Maven.
Umix is cracking.
Is it still cracking? Fine now. Okay. No. Okay, good. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I guess. Oh yeah, YouTube's delayed. That's why. YouTube's delayed by like 60 seconds or whatever it is. So thanks, guys. So overall, that's really good for the market, for equities at least, indices, right? Gold, not so much. And what we've seen yesterday on gold is it was coming down. So let's just switch here. You can see the fundamental score on gold actually 4. Jesus. Okay. Thanks, guys. You can see the fundamental score on gold is -4, right? The technical is all great and gravy. Everyone's super long. Crowd is bearish, which is kind of interesting. I thought everyone would be bullish on gold personally. Get a new cable. Now I'm cutting out again. Is it?
Now you're cutting out.
Yeah, okay, this is going to be annoying if you guys fucking keep saying it. I guess it's annoying for you guys too. Let's see. Is it? check. I need to listen to it myself to see if it's a. I need to listen to it myself to see if it's a. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What is that? I don't know if that's the. What is that? I don't know if that's the. What is that? I don't know if that's the. We're gonna unplug it. Check. We'll see if that does any better. I don't know. We'll unplug this one too. Check. Okay, I might even have the gain too high. Let's hear. Check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1. Check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1. Check. 1 2. Yeah, that doesn't sound good, dude. Yeah, that doesn't sound good, dude. Yeah, that doesn't sound fucking might be the cable. Do these cables? Does anyone know if the XLR cables just break like once a year? I didn't seem to have any issues in my meetings this morning, but shit, this is fucking annoying because like now I just can't stream. We're just dealing with a tech issue. But I suppose you guys can still hear me. Just need to shut up about it malfunctioning. Because I'm listening to it and it's not that bad. You can still understand what I'm saying. We just might have to deal with it for today, and maybe we'll just make it a short stream and see if we can. I didn't change any settings. I don't think so. Can you use the Mac mic? I'm not gonna do that, dude. Gold blew your account. So, anyways, I just want to break down. We might. Yeah, if you guys, I'm just gonna end the stream if you guys keep telling me it's gonna crack because everyone's telling me it's cracking. I understand. I heard it. There's nothing I can do right now. Why do I hate ICT? I don't hate ICT. I don't hate anybody. I have love for everybody and I want the best for everybody, okay? The reason why I advocate...
It did it yesterday also, but it wasn't bad.
Oh, I see. I wonder... the reason I advocate against ICT is because I know it doesn't work. And that's the same reason why I tell you don't buy Tory Trades. She's a scammer. That's why I tell you TGR strategy does not work when you test it properly. That's why PB trading also does not work. All of these gurus that are flashy gurus, none of their strategies work. Mamba FX doesn't work. None of them work. So I advocate against them because I want the best for everyone. I don't want you to lose money because I believe everyone is one consciousness. I believe everyone is part of the same soul. So if you lose, I also lose, okay? So I want the best for you. I want you to win, and this is why I teach everything for free. Or am I donating? I don't know what that means, dude. Right. So with gold, I'm gonna jump to gold. So this Dow, actually, first on Dow, I need to make sure that we close this day back within here, right? Anywhere in the current price would be nice for the end of the day. But right now, what I'm looking at is coming back up to retest kind of these highs, I suppose. We can see the daily here. I'd like to come back up there, just because we've swept those lows, right? I suppose you can call it a sweep, right? Is there a monthly level? No monthly level. Parts of ICT are very useful. Not really. It's useful for terminology, right? Like he's I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. What he's done for the industry is he's created verbiage that's universal. Okay. So, like I can say liquidity sweep and you'll understand that there's a wick, right? Past a pivot point, right? That, I mean, I could say that and you would understand what I'm talking about. You could also say like order block, right? It's fucking just a block, right? You can say market structure change, right? When it changes to the other direction, right? These things are good terms in order to communicate effectively. But
I'll find bling bling.
oh my god, the cracking's gone. Hey, interesting. You saw me at FXGH. I saw you at. Oh wait, I don't know what that is. Anyways, this is gonna come up. This is why we're long. The job market's good, and the reason why I'm in Dow and not in the Nasdaq for the job markets data is because one, the trade is not as good as for what I would have wanted for the Nasdaq. I would have been targeting something like this, right? And two, job markets don't really matter as much for the Nasdaq because everything's AI. But the Dow is industrial, okay? Industrial still uses real people working on floors, right? On factory floors and shit. So I that's my assumption is that it's more job data is important for the Dow and less job data is important for the Nasdaq. Markets barely reacted to the war. Wrong. Did you look at oil, dude? And also, like, that was just like one part of like all of what's been happening. As Exxon for the while, right? Exxon's been coming up for a while, right? All year straight up. So anyways, let's look at gold and silver. I closed out a lot of this yesterday because, hey, we wanted to see a nice bounce and we couldn't, right? We actually closed here. So my expectation today was they were going to come up, retest this level, right? And then reject off of it and then go back down, okay? So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be buying back down here, okay? So all I've done is I was in a long, right? And I've taken a short here, okay? So I closed that long in profit. So now I'm taking a short here with some sort of stop based off of where this closes. If we gain again, I will be long again, okay? But right now, I'm taking this trade. Overall, I am long. I was long before, but I added to a short, making me hedge to break even, okay? So I'm now flat because I believe it's going to come here. But I will be adding back to that long down here, right? So you can think of trading very similarly like this, is like, overall, I still would love to be a bull on gold, right? But because the market's telling me it's going to go down, I might as well be flat, okay? I am a beginner trader, so what can I do? You can watch all my education free, tune into these streams every single day, and join the Discord, okay? Everything is absolutely for free forever. I will never charge you for anything.
Commodities reacted, of course, but everything else was meh.
Yeah, exactly. Commodities are what's important in war, right? Commodities and metals, right? and then sometimes stocks based off of what they do. But yeah, if I ever charge you for anything, I'm scamming you. Okay. I don't sell courses. I don't sell signals. Everything is free forever. Okay. Anyone who sells a course is a scammer. I'm gonna say that with a deadpan face, with absolute certainty. If someone sells you a course, they're a scammer. There is no course that's worth your time. Is your strategy complicated? It depends how deep you get into it. My strategy is amazing because it's very easy for a beginner. It's simply, and you can trade profitably as a beginner. If you fail to make a new high, right here, you must go down to the other direction. Okay, that's it. If you gain the high, right, here's a gain, you go up and continue. Right, that's it. But it gets very complicated when you start adding in all fractals on different time frames, and when you start adding in different sort of things that contradict each other. You have to play out the trend progression in its entirety, right? So over the next year, if you study me, you'll understand what I'm doing in its
All
entirety.
good with the Jeep now.
All good with the Jeep now? No, they have to ship down the part. The part wasn't even ready. I went up there. The part was $1,300, dude, and I went up there and I paid for it. And they didn't even have it ready, so they're gonna ship it down for me. What is my strategy? It's called Dumb Money Concepts, bro. But you don't take shorts? That's not true. I usually am long. Every single position I have right now is long. But I will take shorts. I just usually don't as much, right? But this short is an exit of a long, so it's the same thing. There's no difference between exiting your long. So here's the thing. With trading, what you're doing is managing. Like, don't think about it as making money, okay? What you're doing is managing your risk accordingly, right? Every single decision you make, whether it's to enter or exit a position, is changing your risk profile, okay? And all you're doing is hedging around your bets so that you have the least risk possible, basically, right? So then the addition to that is what you're actually doing is you're managing your margin effectively, right? So the least risk for where you want your margin to be, okay? And with respect to the potential gain, right? So if I close position, I have more margin, which lowers my risk. Okay? So at all times you're deciding how much margin do I need to be able to cover.
Can you explain an exit pump? I hear this term used all the time, but I don't understand what it means fully.
I need enough margin to be able to cover trades in case things go down against me, or if I need to add to a position, right? So that's managing your risk. So sometimes I will exit positions just so that I can increase my margin. And this is actually something that happened the other day with gold. Is I was watching Trader Nick. This is what his speculation was when the war broke out, people had to margin call, right? So they had to cover some of their positions. So the safest asset is to sell everything, right? Not just gold, but everything got sold off so that you could cover positions in case issues happened with the war, right? So you needed to free up some margin, and that's what they were doing, right? That's his speculation, which is really wise, actually. I didn't think about that. Can you explain an exit pump? I hear this term being. I've never heard of an exit pump. I mean, like I think I know what you're talking about, but I've never heard it
I took the Bitcoin trade from the other day percent so far.
I think what you're referring to as an exit pump is like they failed to make a new high, right? So the exit pump on Bitcoin, right? I guess this is what you're saying is right, this guy right here, right? You attempted to make a new high and then everyone exited their positions, right? So they can't hold that high, right? And that's all that's what I knew. That's when I knew it was a bear market, right? This month right here is when I told you guys to get out of Bitcoin, okay? I told you right here at the fucking exact top at 120, okay? Why? How did I get exactly 120? I'm going to explain to you, okay? I'm going to draw here. First of all, I knew we were in a bull market for a long time, 3 years already. So I knew it was near the top.
I think it also called a squeeze, maybe also.
So here you failed to make a new high on that candle, right? Not a super significant one, but hey, there's an indication that maybe I should be watching for something. Okay, zoom in a little bit. Okay, and then if we then looked at this, right? They attempted to make a new high again on the next month. Let's drop it down to the weekly. Okay. So when we seen that candle, first of all, fail, and then they go for the new high, they then are attempting to make a new high, and on that level, everyone sold and then regained this zone. Okay. When we closed within here, I knew the bear market had started, okay? Because why? Because we just failed on the weekly, so we were gonna, the weekly then tells us that we have to go to this low, okay? We then went for that low, knowing that, hey, the month is progressing, and this most likely is gonna be closing as a pretty bearish month, okay? So unless that pumped up super fast, we knew that this was the bear market. So this was your opportunity to get out right here at just under 120, right? So this is where I got out. Just under 120. Which time frame do you usually use to mark your resistance? All of them? Like a lot of people come in here new and they ask retarded questions. And you know, I'm gonna help you, dude. I'll be honest with you though, like 90% of your questions that you guys have are retarded, but I'll help you, right? Like and generally the reason why you ask retarded questions is I study a lot of psychology, and human behavior, because it's really good for trading, for your own personal trading and for understanding markets. But generally people have this black and white sort of thinking, and that overlaps into wanting to find the easy way. Okay, so if one thing doesn't work, the opposite must be true, sort of thing, right? It's a lot easier to think that way. Hey, if you know, my nice you know, sweet girlfriend was too shy and caused me problems and wasn't outgoing enough, then I should go and get a girlfriend that's loud and obnoxious, and that'll be more fun, right? And that's what people tend to do, is when something doesn't work, they go to the exact opposite extreme. And generally that's not the case. It's the same thing with, like, you know, when I say IC doesn't work, it's not because the opposite is true, right? Everything is a balance, and your struggle that you're going to have to find is, you will genuine Buddha after dealing with chat. Yeah, bro. I study a lot of Buddhism stuff too. Your difficulty is finding where that balance actually does make sense for you, and for the actual market, right? So a question I get a lot is time frames. What is the best time frame, or what is the best strategy, or what is the best, you know, where do you enter on? I don't know. You're asking simple questions that not a single question you ever ask me will have a simple answer, because it is always dependent on what the conditions of the market are, right? So as a trader, and that might seem like I'm saying, hey, it's discretionary instead of mechanical. No, right? You would have then completely missed my point. Is it's a blend of everything all the time. My trading strategy is mechanical and discretionary, right? You have principles in which you follow, and then you make decisions just with the discretionary mode, I suppose, based around those mechanical observations. Okay, and every single time is different, right? So hopefully that doesn't answer your question in the slightest. How do I stay patient while answering dumb questions? I mean, I kind of have I sometimes it's fun to just rant and whatnot, but I kind of have like a compassion at this point in my life. I didn't before in my previous years, but I understand that, you know, everyone is an idiot, right? Including myself. Like, there's so much I need to learn, right? And just because, like, hey, I figured it out, doesn't mean I should just, like, it's fun to talk shit as like a joke sometimes, but like, honestly, it's like, you guys don't know, you don't even know what the right questions are to ask, right? So I'll help you. And that's what actual helping is like a teacher is teaching the same thing over and over, right? You go to school, what do you think the fucking teacher teaches every year? The same thing, because you got new people every year. And the interesting thing is, it's just an exacerbated version of that on social media, because I get new people every 5 minutes jumping in here. We got like 10,000 people a day coming through this live stream asking the same questions. Literally 10,000 people. Do you have a preferred indicator? No, no indicator is useful.
Coinbase trade going really well.
I use the two indicators I use are trading sessions. The only reason Coinbase is doing well, yes, we'll look at that in a second, and I'll explain to you in a second too why am I not bullish on Bitcoin, but I'm bullish on Coinbase. I'm going to explain that in a second, okay? But my indicators. So the indicators I use, these squares are literally just so I can know what time it is, right? Orange is London, blue is Asia, green is New York. That's it. And then there's another one called Polytrends, which I pay $250 a month for. All it does is draw lines, and I'm sure you could find a free thing, right? All it does is draw lines from the tops to the bottoms so I can see the trends, and then it draws horizontal lines automatically on the candle bodies when things pass it. That's it. You can draw that yourself, but I like to not have to draw it. And I think you can be rest assured that I am actually making money doing this if I'm paying $250 a month just to see lines drawn automatically. What? Who else in their right mind? If I was not a profitable trader, do you think I'd be spending $200 a month, $300 a month on something that doesn't do anything but make it slightly more convenient for me? Bro, that's like spending $1,000 a month for somebody to pee for you. just because I don't want to spend the 5 seconds a day to go pee. Yeah, what's the tool to draw those lines? It's called Polytrends. It's by Trader Sumo. The reason why I use his is because I like Trader Sumo, right? And I will advocate, if you guys want it, if you guys got tons of money, go ahead and buy it. It's good. I won't give you an affiliate link because I don't care. I don't want the money. Like, do you see? I don't want your money, dude. Just fucking, I'm never gonna do an affiliate link. The only thing I will ever do is give you a coupon code for Maven, which I don't get commissions off of. Okay, you can use the code Hunter for Maven at any time for 5% off. That's the only thing I ever do. I don't even get commissions from it. I mean, I do have equity in the company, right? So overall, long term, I will make money. But yeah. So coin. Let's look at coin. So, well, first of all, Bitcoin. Why am I bearish on Bitcoin now? Now, mind you, I still have a long. I closed out half of it though, right? I still have a small long, right, on Bitcoin. But I am expecting a rejection. Okay, so you can see there's a level right here. They decided maybe I'm not going to reject it right now. This original idea that we had, based off of actually, this is not even true anymore. This long position is not even really valid anymore because it was based off the fact that we were going to bounce there, and we didn't bounce there. So most likely what's going to happen, probably 80% chance here, is we're going to have a rejection either here or here, okay? And then we're going to come back down to new lows, okay? So the prophecy of the yellow line has finally changed, dude. We are deleting this prophecy because the gods have spoken and they said, not today, Bitcoin. Not today. You have further to fall. You have not hit rock bottom yet. Okay, so we're going to draw a new prophecy. Let me read what the gods say. The coin god has spoken. He says, let there be small pump before large dump. Okay. Small pump, large dump. Okay. And then we're looking somewhere in this zone, right? Somewhere in this zone, right? To be buyer. Okay. Uh. 80% is the real dip. Generally, yeah. What's interesting though is this isn't really like, this is what I'm expecting. Is I'm expecting this market to look identical to the last market. Why? Because it basically has already. Right? You have this silly little double hump there, right? Silly little double hump, right? And then you've got oh wow, wait. Yeah, so this zone here, right, is kind of this blue zone, right? So what we're looking at here is they're bouncing off that level, right? They're going to come back up to that zone, right? And it's going to be the same sort of thing. And then you're going to have another 50% drop, okay, off of that level, okay? So why, and I know for anyone clipping this, it's been a long drawn out bit for this Coinbase thing. Why on Coinbase am I so much more bullish than Bitcoin? Well, because the chart tells me, right? The chart makes it pretty freaking clear, all right, bro? You got a really awesome failure to lose that level, okay? So we will perfectly be happy to be in this trade, right, with a stop right there, and a target of where did we fail to lose? So we're going to be coming back up here. Okay. That's Coinbase. And most likely that's going to go hand in hand with Bitcoin. But the issue with Bitcoin is that trade's not as good. It's not nearly as good, all right? I mean, I'm still in Bitcoin, but that trade, you know, potentially is just only going to go here, right? And then you have to, where are you putting your, it's not as good of a trade, right? I don't like it as much. And it's just as likely, right? So why not have something that profits 3 times as much with just as equal odds, right? Because they're going to go hand in hand. Coinbase is just going to pump harder is all. Trump can do anything. What about spread? Don't they take away profit? Spread's not a concern ever. Please avoid gold and silver and Bitcoin. Yeah, okay, so we'll look at silver now too. I did de-risk on silver, but we are in a silver long, right? Just a similar sort of thing with gold is we've just lost this level, so I'm expecting a little bit lower. So I de-risked, and I'll add back in as we get to the set of these lows, right? I'm going to add to silver down here probably, if we can, right? Overall, metals are pretty solid, so you can't really go wrong with metals. Look, there you go, silver. Silver on the weekly actually looks nice off that bounce. If we can get a couple more days here with a solid bounce, we could re-enter back into silver, but just taking the low risk sort of approach right now. I feel like Bitcoin will never be the same again. I think the cycles of Bitcoin, this might be like one of the last ones. People are obviously going to catch on that everything is fucking clockwork with Bitcoin. And I don't believe that Bitcoin is going to die just because Epstein made it or some bullshit like that. Like, it's probably not even true, first of all. And like, also, who cares? Like, it doesn't matter who made a product. It's still a useful product. Like, if Hitler made Bitcoin, would you still use Bitcoin? Yes. Right? Like, why would you not? Who cares? He's dead. First of all, he's dead. So he's not getting anything from it. And like, it's still useful. You still transfer money around. You're still going to get rich. It's great. I think Hunter does not trade Solana. We can look at Solana. Somebody asked about Solana. Sui or Solana, which one is better? Oh, let's look at it. Sui versus Solana. The showdown begins. Wait. Nice. It's a shame that nobody can see those animations.
I agree boycotting something is a temporary thing.
Shorts. Sui. Right. I guess we've made some predictions. I've never owned this in my life, but people enjoy it, right? So I could have told you it was going to go down, right? Just like everything. But look, projection off the monthly. Aren't things not super fucking easy when you just look at the monthly and weekly? Like, what the fuck, dude? Okay, where is this? So Sui versus. Hey, so I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. All right, let me go to actual Sui on. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. Who cares? Okay, let me tell you a secret, okay? Do you see how there's a bottom here? And it's like bouncing off that bottom. And you're like, probably gonna go up because it can't go much lower, right? It's like pretty good risk reward, right? Wrong. it can go lower. Example, BAT. Basic attention token. It can go lower. Right? Example, BAT BTC. Can't possibly go lower. Oh no. It's probably going to bounce here. It can't go lower again. Oh no. Wrong. It can always go lower. RSR. Can't possibly go lower than the open. Wrong. Oh, it's rallying back up. It's probably safe now. No.
Sui ain't Sui right now.
OP. OP's a really good project. People are going to buy it on the low. No. Wrong. This is fun. Oh, Algorand. Algorand's really good. Great platform. Wrong. Goes lower. Always goes lower. You can always lose everything again.
Where do I learn DMC from absolute scratch?
My YouTube channel, and watch these streams. Join the Discord. If you do those
Double
three,
LFI trumps coin.
if you do those three things, watch all the YouTube videos related to DMC. There's a couple series in there. You can find them on the channel homepage. Okay, it'll take you like fucking an afternoon. Okay, watch them all. Take some notes. Watch them again next week. Take some notes again. Highlight some shit. Okay, and then like watch all the all the DMC content, because it does adapt over time. And then tune into these streams every day for a month, maybe 2 months, 3 months, okay? Every day. And then be in the Discord, post your charts, because guess what? We also review your charts all for free under here on the live streams. Tune in every single day. So let's look at it. Wait, Nameless, did we look at this yesterday? We must have. We must have looked at these. Oh, these ones must be new. Okay, MD and Nameless. Let's give Nameless a little roll here. I like them. I like them. Dumb and thick, sweet roll. Okay. So do those three things: community, learn the education, and then watch me live. Okay, 3 months. Do it. You'll make money. Oh,
You saw mine.
and the only caveat here is you have to do what the fuck I say. I've been doing this longer than you. Don't think you're smarter, okay? Don't think that some fucking soy boy 15-year-old kid on YouTube knows better than me. This has been my entire world for my entire adult life. I started doing this when I was 18, dude. I'm now almost 32. This is everything I've ever known. Bro, when I was 13, I was investing in GICs under my mom's name and whatnot. This is everything I've done forever, okay? Right. Oh man, I should not be having these emoji spam thing.
Could you check Zed Scalar?
Yeah, we can look at it. Let me look at these charts here. So MD Sniper, you're up 4.5% today. Nice trade.
Scams are getting more on YouTube.
Let's look at the gold trade you did 1 hour. Was this right? Did we look at that one yesterday? Can't remember. Oh, I think I had to leave early yesterday. So, yeah, this was the trade you did yesterday. I'm going to just delete all of this because it's noisy, okay? What are your thoughts on using Bookmap? Bookmap is just a volume sort of indicator. It's a level 2 sort of thing. I don't think it does anything, but I don't use it, so I'm sure people who use it are a little bit more advocation of it, right? So yeah, failure to gain on that level, sure, and then you come back down here, right? It's perfectly fine. I dig it, bro. That's a fine trade. Okay, next. Gain. Did we look at this one yesterday? No, this is Ether. You know, I think we maybe did. I think we looked at these already. Gain, and then it lost there, and then you come back. Yeah, we already looked at these ones, right? If you guys have your own charts, you can post them in there for your own trades. Okay, somebody wanted to look at Zscaler. Is this the right chart? No. Zscaler. Is this right? No. Zscaler. NASDAQ. This is right. This must be right. Monthly. Right. So this is what we're looking at here for the Zscaler, remember? Is we wanted to see it gain this. Right? So it's not. So it's going down. That's all. And we'll look at crowd too, because I know you like to look at them together. This one's a better chart. Okay. Fill those lows. It's not really going to go anywhere though. This is not a super important. It's going to come up a bit. I'm not super advocating of it. I think I came in late. Bitcoin, you're recently mentioning 2 days back or looking at level and then dumping back below 60. Yeah, so with Bitcoin, bro, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, pump up here, right? We have a long going, right? But we're de-risked off of it. And I'm just not really interested in being much of a bull here. We will watch reactions in order to prepare for a short, okay? I am not somebody who will blindly short. I will blindly long because I know eventually it will go up, right? I mean, supposedly I would blindly short the 82 level here, right? Because it's a very large level, a very obvious level that should be shorted, right? But yeah, we'll see if there's any reactions of importance. In this situation of war, why is gold dumping like everyone was? Oh, anyways, gold's dump. Everything is dumping, bro, because people are de-risking. That's why, right? Like, as I said earlier in the stream, right? Oh, I don't like how all those things got deleted. Makes my makes all my art gone. Okay. This will come here. So okay. Yeah, people are de-risking. That's it. So well, as I said at the start of the stream, is if you close a position, it's the same as shorting. Does it make sense? If I'm long and I close it, I am now short. You cannot just close a position. You have to go short. So that means, what are you counting, dude?
Or some I was thinking K or K area on BTC.
That means that. So the reason why, so I had a long going here, right? And it was like this or whatever, okay? And it was targeting these new highs, and we didn't quite hit the new highs, okay? I could have closed here and said, hey, I'm nearly in the profit, but then I would be shorting, right? And I don't want to short that level. I didn't want to short that level. I thought it was more advantageous to have this run, right? I have two options then, right? What are the options, right? At any given time, at any level, so like if we're looking at the current price, I can either be long or short, okay? Which one's better, basically? But if I'm not in the trade at all, then it doesn't matter. I can also choose to avoid it. But once you're in a trade, you will always have to decide, is it best to be long or short right now? Okay? And that's why afterwards, after we dumped yesterday, I closed the gold position because I would rather be short right now. Okay? Do you see that? I would rather be this trader than the one that's bullish. Can I apply this method from 1 hour time frame to 5 minutes? Yes. I suggest you don't, because you're going to fuck it up.
If you're long and short, isn't that called hedging?
If you're long and short isn't called hedging, yes. But being flat is also the same as being hedged. It's just with, so the advantage of being flat is you have more margin to work with now versus, so if you're hedged, you're using more margin, okay? So if you think about this, hedge funds, right? Hedge funds are, oh, what is my fucking Instagram thing fucked up here? Oopsies. Moved it. My bad. Okay, so if you think about this, hedge funds, what do? They hedge. They add and reduce as things drop and as things rise, right? They add and reduce and they manage their risk effectively, okay? Let's just assume that that's the super generic ways. So what they do is they have like these delta equations, right? And based off of the odds of prices going to certain places, they add and reduce based off of that, right? So the odds of gold on average, right, would probably look something like this, okay? Right? So if price dumps down, right, then they'll add to that position because the rebound is really advantageous in their favor, okay? To getting back to that track point, okay? So, and then the same thing happens is if it spikes up, okay? Is the rebound is advantageous for them, right? For them to get back to this overall trend, right? So that's what they're doing is they have this delta calculation of the most likely things to happen as price adapts over time, and this adjusts over time, okay? And then from there, they add and reduce on both sides, right? So they'll be hedged all the time, okay? Based off of what is most probable. So why did gold dump then when people needed to free up margin? Okay, is because if you look at the COT data, right, you can see 80% of gold is long right now. So if people are freeing up their margin, it means 4-to-1 ratio, or 4 out of 5 trades are long, so they have to close those. Do you see what I'm saying? So if they want to free up on both sides, 80% of the time, they're going to be closing longs, which makes it short, right? Does that make sense? But then now you can say, hey, if this dumped really, really hard, well, you can see, hey, the hedge funds decided, hey, that's a bit too hard, and that's a good odds for me to get back in, right? So some other hedge funds are like, this is good for me, so I'm going to be buying because it's going to be a good odds for that to continue in that direction because it's a good price for the delta wave, whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Do you trade personal or prop? I can do both. Props are a lot easier to make money off of. You don't even need to be a profitable trader to make money off props. You just need to go on winning streaks. You have to be a profitable trader to trade personal. I trade personal right now, but I've made a lot of money from prop firms. As a ratio,
So higher the percent, more chances there will be a dump because it need to free up money.
Okay, and then why? So why do the hedge funds want to free up margin? Right, is because in the case of wars or in the case of uncertainty, you need margin in order to either add to positions, right? So if it does dump, you need to be able to manage that margin so that you can add to those positions so you can get out of trades and profit. Okay, so margin is your most important asset, right? As a hedge fund, right? So if you're expecting volatility, think about this. If you're expecting volatility, what do you want the most? Margin. So you have to free up margin, okay? Let's look at the gold VIX, right? Gold VIX is pretty high. So the gold volatility index, right? Pretty high. So people are really expecting a lot of volatility. See this? Trading is not just the price, you know what I mean? The price is how you make money, but there's so many other derivatives. We're going to buy another 5K. Good luck, bro. How is it easy to make money from a prop? It is so much easier to make money on a prop firm than a personal account. Because on a personal account, you actually have to be profitable long term. And you do not on a prop. Prop firms are so significantly easier because you're not trading real money. You're trading a system. You don't have to have a profitable trading strategy. You have to have a profitable game. You have to be able to beat the prop firm. Your goal while trading on a prop firm is to beat the company, not beat the market. The market is a lot harder to beat because it's nearly impossible to arbitrage. There's a lot more opportunities for you to find exploits or advantages or little bit tricks that give you edges in a new system that's not well vetted and super liquid, right? The market automatically made it its own liquid. Prop firms need to make it by decision. Does this make sense? So all the rules is what you need to beat, not the actual market. A prop firm is you against the rules, not you against the market. Of course, if you're a good trader, it makes it a lot easier. But you don't even need to know how to trade half the time. You bought Edge Finder each. What do you think the most valuable things to look at? I literally just look at the news updates. It helps me track the news is all, bro. I'm expecting 54 again or 48. If that's the question, 48 or 54. Which one's next? Probably 48. If I had to guess just based off of you giving absolutely no information, I would guess 48 is more likely than 54 first for gold. DMC is so good. You're welcome, brother. $1K unrealized PL. I hope you see this on my account one day. Yeah, I mean, 1,000 unrealized. It's like doesn't really matter, dude. It's just all fucking numbers. Let's look at this Dow trade that's running. Just check in on it. I like to check in on things when they're new. Right? Looks pretty solid. Can I successfully use 200 SMA on 5 minute as a mean? I suggest you don't. Moving averages are dumb. You can just see the direction. You don't need an average. 5 minute is also dumb. Can I date your dad? So I don't have a dad. Sorry. You want to come around my house and teach you? I don't have a dad. I haven't seen my dad since I was 15, dude. I have no clue where he is or if he's alive. But that's funny. Thoughts on the S&P? Okay. Okay. S&P. We've already told this before. But it will reject off that level. Okay. Now, mind you, the job market's looking
I have
good.
a question on gold. My thought is my level is it failed to go a lower, so it will go up, but your level's targets are different. What am I thinking?
Yeah, cool. S&P, it doesn't look good. I'm kind of torn on this because the job markets are coming in bullish. So we are shifting a bit. So overall, you know, this might reject, come back down, and then start buying it up, right? Hey, Silas. Meow meow. Oh, you're all wet. Did you go outside? Did you go outside? You're all wet, buggers. Wow. Wow. Oh man, you're messing up my shirt. We're gonna do a giveaway. I do a giveaway every day. Yeah. Let's do a giveaway. Somebody had a question too. A lot of questions, bro. We're getting to the point where like questions just I need to show vertical. Let me boobity booby boo 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 configure spinner spin wheel. I want this to also turn it on for it. When I push my button, it only turns it on for the for the landscape mode. Spin wheel source. Is there a second spin wheel? Yeah, there's two. Wonder if I can copy this. Paste. Then let's take this spin wheel. Okay, let's see. Spin wheel. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I can do it on both now. Okay. I'll have to do that for all the animations and whatnot too, but okay. Let's spin the wheel. So you can enter on YouTube. $5K one step. What do we want to type in today? We're gonna type in plus dad. There you go. For a 5K one step. It's getting to the point that I kind of understand why people do those donations now too. It's getting to the point that if you want your question to get seen, like you kind of have to, do that super chat or whatever it is, right? Because there's so many questions lately, and when this stream gets to thousands of concurrent viewers, it's going to be near impossible. It won't. You wouldn't even be able to answer questions. A 3-time bonus for subscriber. Nice. Should we make this spin a little bit longer? There you go. Start raffle. Okay, let's do it.
We should add slow mode in chat.
Slow mode in chat, eh? I kind of like chat going nuts though. Makes me feel cooler. Sam Fragrance or something or other here. Is the spinner just for YouTube and Kick? It's just for YouTube right now, yeah. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm trying to get more people to watch on YouTube. You can also collect.
As you get popular, it gets harder.
Yeah, bro. I want more people on the YouTube because YouTube has a good discovery feature. So that's we can see studio. If you guys are curious how much YouTube pays me and whatnot, you can look here. Like the lives. Let me make this smaller so. Right.
For Kick people.
Like you can see the viewers on there. The winner of the giveaway. Don't contact me. Contact Maven. Maven's support. But there's you get fucking 12,000 people and whatnot here. What did I want to look at here? Oh yeah. I think that's all I wanted to do. Is like the discovery features on YouTube are so much better for viewers, for trading, right? Than everything else. So I want to promote this. Yeah. What's your prediction on Bitcoin? We'll go over it quickly again for the 4th or 5th time. There you go. You can see the chart for Bitcoin. It's gonna pump up, and then it's gonna reject. That's it. We're going for lows. Right. I'm gonna add more accounts to buy points with. We can do that later. Let's see if people have points. Nobody even has enough to buy yet, right? So you just watch on YouTube and you can collect points and get free accounts too. Make you a mod. We can get mods later on. You would mod if you modded. Who is that? Oh, Sir Dennis. I can make Sir Dennis mod. How do I do that? Let me pull this over here. Community moderation. Sir Dennis 999. Wait, let me see what you're freaking. Sir Dennis, is it not? Is that not right?
I appreciate the lives and the help/knowledge. Thank you for this.
So your username doesn't exist, bro. Wait. Okay, brownies, boys and girls. I think I'm done. I think I'm done today. I'll check you later. I'm gonna go have some food, and then I got some interviews to do for Maven. You can check out MavenTrading.com if you want to get yourself funded. It's the only firm that I could possibly ever recommend if you want to trade on prop firms. Because I actually see the data behind the scenes, and there is a shitload of money that we can just take out of the vault whenever we want to pay people. So there's zero risk on your end. Anyways, that's my advertisement. Okay, guys, I'll check you tomorrow. Meow, meow, meow. So noisy, Silas. So noisy.